Today I'm going to talk to you about what happens after a seller accepts your offer. And I'm going to get started right now. Hey everyone, my name is Jamie Pretzi. I'm a real estate agent in Miami and Miami Beach. And today I'm going to talk to you about what happens after a seller accepts your offer. We always get so caught up, especially in today's market, with finding the property, getting the offer accepted, and going under contract. And I know at the buyer consultation we talk about what to expect after the seller accepts your offer, but sometimes everyone just kind of forgets. So I want to talk to you about that right now. But first, before I get started, if this is your first time here, hit the subscribe button so you never miss another update. I do put out new videos every week. Also, use the link in my information box and download our free guide today. Okay, let's get started. So the first thing that happens right when you go under contract is you'll be expected to place your earnest money deposit. So I always tell people to make sure that you have this amount that you have in mind to place for the earnest money deposit somewhere where that money is liquid and can be transferred very quickly. Our default timeline on the typical contract that we often use here is 3 days, but in today's market, people are asking for that to be placed very quickly before 3 days, and sometimes even with the offer. So you want to make sure that you have that money ready to go. Just to tell you, in our area, it is pretty customary to put down around 5 to 10% of the purchase price. If you do 5%, let's say the seller accepts an offer with 5% down, we usually divide that into two. We take 2.5% once the offer is accepted and the other 2.5% around the end of the inspection time. And this money will be credited towards your bottom line when you go to close on the property. Now, just keep in mind, all contracts are different. Not everything is set in stone. I'm just telling you typically the way we do offers here. Everyone can negotiate in a different way. Okay, moving on from that. The next thing that will happen is obviously we'll put you in contact with the title company that you are deciding to use, and also if you're using an attorney, that attorney as well. You'll want to send off the executed contract to the lender if you're getting financing and start your loan application process immediately, because you want them to order that appraisal very quickly so that we get everything done in a very fast time frame when you're under contract. You'll also want to quickly order inspections. Some of the inspection companies are getting a little bit booked up these days because our market is super busy, so you have to get on that very quickly. I even think, it's worth sort of preparing for that in advance. And if you are a researcher and need to vet the vendors, definitely do that while you're looking at houses so you know which vendor you want to use for the home inspection. Now, I will tell you this. Home inspections here can range from, maybe $300 or $400 all the way up into several $1,000s depending on the type of inspection you want to perform. Single family homes typically cost a little bit more, mainly because they have a lot of components, and you'll want to make sure on both properties, whether it's a condominium or a single family home, to get those insurance reports ordered, because when they come back, you want to send that off to insurance companies or your insurance agent of choice and get quotes for how much the insurance will cost on that property. There is nothing worse than waiting to the last minute to find out that there's an issue with the insurance, because the insurance reports have a lot of information about the condition of the home, and sometimes what is written on that report can prevent your home from being insurable. And if you can't get insurance and you need financing, well, you're going to have a problem closing on the property because the lender will want insurance. Now, that's a very long story that I am happy to explain if you would like some more information about that. But a lot of times people wait and do that at the very end, and I highly recommend it to do it during the inspection period, because if there is an issue that we need to figure out how to resolve, we really need to resolve that during the inspection period. You just want to know the cost of the insurance during the inspection period so that A, you understand what type of property you're buying and you make sure that the insurance cost fits within your budget, and B, that you're not going to have an issue getting the property insured. Next, the appraiser will come out and appraise the property. Assuming that all goes well, then everything kind of moves forward and the title company takes over and the lender takes over, and they start talking together, and then they take you to closing. Meanwhile, while you're waiting during this time period after you go under contract and then everything starts to get quiet after the appraisal and the inspections are done, You want to make sure that you are not out buying furniture and opening credit cards to get that 20% discount at the furniture store. So do not do anything. So always just make sure that you reach out to your lender and discuss any big financial transactions that need to happen while you're under contract, and don't open any credit cards and don't co-sign for anyone. So my job in the transaction when you are under contract is I work with our buyers from the beginning until the end, and I organize all of the vendors. I keep everything flowing through. I make sure that you stay on all your timelines. I give you a timeline sheet approved by your attorney. I can help make appointments and schedule everything for you, refer you vendors if you need them, and just guide you through the process. It's actually my favorite thing to do. I love assisting our buyers from the beginning to the end and helping you towards a smooth closing. If you have more questions about buying real estate in our area, I'm always here to be a resource for you. And I hope I answered the question. I think I got into a lot more detail, but I'm sure it was helpful. I hope it was helpful. All right, that's it. I'll see you soon.